Rich and I do commercials for Red Mountain weight loss, right? Red Mountain weight loss. They put you on a diet, you lose a lot of weight, all this stuff. And one of the things I do, there's many different programs there, and one of the things I do is I go there once a week and I get a shot, right? They don't want you to say, hey, just get a shot. But I'm telling you, this is what I do. I get a shot. I like a shot. I get the shot in the butt, and it has, I don't even know what it has. It's
B12.
like red stuff, right? So I go there once a week, and you just, and anybody can do this once you get part of the program. You just show up, and they know you don't have to wait in line. It's like, boom, they just get you in and out. You're out in 30 seconds. So one day, about 3 weeks ago, Rich and I had a meeting at their corporate offices, and I was due for my shot. So I was like, hey, since we're here in this meeting, can I get my shot? And they're like, well, we're the corporate offices. We don't have an RN or a nurse available to give you the shot. But here, and they gave me this nice little box, like the kind of, is a white box, like where you'd keep a fancy pen in. Do you know what I mean? A little rectangle box. And I opened it up, and there's a shot in there. And I go, can someone here give it to me? And they're like, well, we don't have it in here, but you give it to yourself on your own. This morning before the show, I decided to give myself that shot, right? So I got in the hot tub like I normally do at 3 a.m., and then I got in the cold plunge. When I was in the cold plunge, I was like, my body's numb. I bet this is a good time to give myself this shot.
Smart thinking.
So I get in the kitchen. I have a towel around my waist. I have the whole routine. I make a cup of coffee and a towel around my waist. And the towel won't stay around my waist. It's a big beach towel. So it falls down. And this happened in the last couple of days. So lately, I've been walking around naked in my kitchen, which is really weird.
I mean, it's your kitchen.
I've been doing it now regularly. I mean, I start off with the towel drops, and then I'm naked in the kitchen. And the first time I did it, I was like, it's really weird. But it's dark outside. No one's looking at me. I have the blinds closed. So the last couple of days, I've been kind of a little bit more like walking a little bit further in my kitchen naked. We're further around the island in my kitchen a little bit more. So today, totally naked, walking around, making a cup of coffee. It's like, and I just expect for some reason my wife or my son to come down for whatever reason. What are you doing? Anyway, I'm naked. My body's numb from being in the cold plunge. So I thought, I'm going to give myself this shot. So I get open the little box, and this needle is so long. Like, so long. I mean, I'm talking 2.5 inches, 3 inches long.
That's massive.
And really thin. And I'm like, I can do this. And they give you the alcohol pad. So I take the alcohol pad and I put it on my right butt cheek, on the upper pie, and I start to stick this thing. And I don't, when you go to the doctor's office, they just go, bam, bam. Like you don't feel it. So what's better, to do it fast or do it slow? What do you think, Peyton?
Probably fast.
Have you ever given yourself a shot?
No.
Okay, so when you give yourself a shot, doing it fast almost seems impossible because I don't know if you can do that to yourself. So I did it slowly. And I'm sticking the thing, and it's like, and then it wasn't bad.
Oh,
and
really?
And then I go to push it, and it just, all the red stuff just right in my upper butt cheek. So anyway, I feel pretty pumped right now.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
So this is a new routine for you?
Well, I don't plan to do it every day. I don't know if that's a B12 overdose.
Naked kitchen B12 shot.
Naked kitchen's fun.
Yeah, I think it's liberating, but I can't do that anymore because now there's people living at my house now. I used to do that.
There's people living in my house,
You
too.
did?
Yeah, I used to do that when I would get ready in the morning. But no, now there's people everywhere. Like my kids are over a lot more. Stacy's kids are over there now. Like I can't do it.
I wouldn't do it at noon.
Enjoy
I'd
it.
do it at 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone's asleep.
I wouldn't even do it at 3 in the morning now because you never know who's going
You
to pop
never
in
know.
for a snack.
That's what
gosh.
I'm saying. That's why I said I was waiting for any moment now for something to happen where my wife or my son walks down and goes, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's got to be
Meanwhile,
nerve-wracking.
I'm doing a TikTok video.
Oh, my gosh.
Also, so another thing. So unrelated, different doctor. I go see my real doctor every day, which seems extreme, but she owns the gym that I work out in. So she's in there all the time. And she has a lot of her clientele, her patients come from all over the world, and they come, they see her. And when they're there, sometimes they'll get a workout in. So yesterday when I was working out, one of her patients was there, and I guess he's really well known. He's been on the Dr. Oz show. I found out 40 times he's been on the Dr. Oz show as a guest. And he's a sleep doctor. Turns out he's actually the sleep doctor. Like, that's his name. The sleep. He has a trademark. He's got the website, The Sleep Doctor. He's the guy that was like I think he might be the inventor of or co-inventor of the Aura ring that I talk about all the time. Monitors your sleep. So he's the guy. And I spent some time with him yesterday, a little bit of time, like in between lifting weights, where my trainer was getting frustrated because we were talking, because this guy was fascinating, right? So I've invited him to come on the show. So he's going to come on. He's back in town in 3 weeks.
That's
right?
cool.
So, and he's going to Mexico to get the stem cells that I got. So he's totally into that, right? So anyway, get this. So he's like, we start chatting, and I'm like, wow, I'm really focusing on my sleep. I'm trying to get deep sleep. I'm figuring I'm going to try to get as much out of this guy as I can. He's a sleep doctor. He's the sleep doctor. So tell him I have sleep apnea. And I have the CPAP. I have to breathe this machine. And he goes, let me tell you about the newest procedure. And I said, nope. Don't tell me about this Inspire thing. Everybody sends me this Inspire thing. It's a surgical procedure. I don't want to have surgery, right? I'm not going to put a device in my face so I don't snore. He goes, no, that's not what it is. He starts telling me about this thing. And it's this mouthpiece you wear for 20 minutes a day, and it shocks your tongue. It's a TENS unit, and somehow it shocks your tongue. And then what it does is it shrinks your tongue. It makes your tongue smaller. Isn't that weird, Kyle?
Yeah.
And how does that stop you from snoring?
Well, my tongue's probably blocking the airways. I don't know. I'm sure. So, like, can you imagine also I'm like laughing with you guys and I have a little tongue?
It's like,
like little.
no, but like, does it hurt?
I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but it has to be prescription. And my doctor was there and he told her and she's like, done. I'll get it for you.
Oh my gosh, you're going to actually do it?
If it shrinks my tongue, he goes, you won't have to wear a machine. Because that night you won't have to wear a machine. I'm like, man, I don't know what it's called. But
one time? All you have to do is one time and you don't need your CPAP anymore?
And I won't have to use the machine that night, but I'm going to have to keep doing it for a while.
Okay.
There's a process to it. I mean, I don't know all the details, but I'm just trying to picture what it'd be like to have a little, like to laugh. You know, people laugh, you see their tongue. Ah, a little piggy tongue.
Hang on, John Jay.
Weird.
Well, I'm sure Dr. Sleep, isn't that a Stephen King book? Dr. Sleep? I'm sure the sleep doctor's really good. But I've worked with you for many years now, and every time you try something, I hear something go wrong, and then whoever the doctor is says, I've never seen this before.
That's what's going to happen.
So what if your tongue disappears?
I have no tongue.
Totally.
How hard is this tongue without a tongue?